entertainment. Ruslan.
But how you present something also matters. How you say something, how you communicate something, so on and so forth. So it almost seems like the goalpost is getting moved to like, yo, it's not just about like being seductive. Like, no, you just can't look good at all. Like, and that's like so trash to me. So what do you guys think about that? Like, is there and this is primarily coming from TikTok, right? Like, is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, that's it. TikTok.
What do you think that is? Is it just like a weird spirit in the air in the TikTok community, more immaturity of believers? Like, why do you guys think that is?
So I think one, like TikTok has a very either younger community or older community. And so I think with that, like there's a lot of people who are in their baby stages of faith. I think TikTokers, a lot of them who are like really popular in the Christian niche, like a lot of them are black and white, like with their faith things. It's like very elementary faith things of like, hey, I love Jesus. If you love Jesus, comment below. Like, but you know, that works on TikTok low key. And so with that, I think you have a lot of people in the baby stages of their faith. So sometimes I'm not even mad because I know like there was a point in my faith where, you know, you get saved for the first time. Then all of a sudden like conspiracy videos might pop up on your YouTube.
Yes.
And then you're scared and you're like, oh, I can never listen to this artist ever again. Like,
right.
I'm gonna like, so I think because all that information is getting fed, like there might be certain Christians who on their algorithm, they're in that particular point in their life. So then they see us and they think that they're doing a good thing. They think like, oh, I'm just trying to help spread the word of God. Like, you can't do that. I watched this conspiracy video that like, you know, if you do a peace sign, you're worshiping the devil. Like, and so like they might be genuinely scared. And so they're genuinely trying to comment like, hey, I just don't want you to go to hell, man. I saw that if you do this.
Then they find out you're signed to Lecrae and it's over. It's like, oh, she signed to Lecrae. It's around. How dare Hyundai? I don't know if you guys saw. I took a picture with KB. We were at Flavor Fest and watching the fight, and this dude did this thing in the photo.
I love
and
you.
People went ham on but this was only on YouTube though, so that was interesting. It wasn't on Instagram. It was on YouTube, and it was like he's pledging allegiance to Satan and this and this and that. And so I think there is something about that. I don't want to call it immaturity because I want to sound like I'm speaking down on people, but there is that like very superficial appearances type of thing where it's not about intent, heart. What's the message and the lyrics of what's being communicated? It's literally like it's almost like that looks too good to be Christian. Right?
Yeah.
Like they sound too good and that looks too good and that's too quality. And if a Christian's rapping, like they can't have no chains on, they can't do anything.
Yeah.
Portia, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think you actually discussed it in our video earlier where you were talking about like why don't we have our standards to where someone succeeding, like basically once you pass a certain threshold of success, like you were saying, like people are like, oh, it has to be the devil. Like why don't we change our perspectives of whenever I pass a certain threshold of success of like it was because of the Lord. It's because the Lord is on my side and because I'm honoring God. And so I think that's even the stigma we have to break in people's minds, that high quality equals you sold out, you sold your soul, but versus high quality equals I'm still honoring the Lord, still having high quality, still having financial success. So
Yeah, I would say there's a mandate to make it high quality if you are a Christian. I would say it better be just as good, if not better than the world, if you're going to attach Jesus to it. That's my perspective, right? That's why I take pride in the my presentation here. Clearly, you guys take pride with this record, and I don't mean pride in a negative way, because somebody's gonna be like, "Why are you being prideful?" I can just see that comment right now. I mean, pride is in just like you care. You guys really cared about this video, like the angles, the shot, the color correction, the beat, the mix on the record. This is a bop. Like this is a hit record, in my opinion. And so I think the attention to detail should be from an overflow of following Jesus. And I bet there's passages, I believe, when they were building in the Old Testament, and they was like, yo, find the best craftsmen, find the best, designers, find all these people. And God gave very specific instruction to Noah how to build the ark. He gave very specific instruction to how to build the temple, how to build the Ark of the Covenant, how to build these things very, very specifically. Portia, what do you make of all this whole TikTok, the moving the goalposts, the seemingly lack of nuance in these conversations?
I feel like a lot of people think that once God save you, everything has to change, like your personality. There's a certain way a woman of God should talk and how she should wear her hair, how she should do this, how she should do that. And it's more of a heart posture. Like the Bible talk about, man judge the outer appearance, but God judge the heart. How is your heart? We can wear skirts and we could have, been having kumbaya services in the middle of the video. People would have still been upset. Like, people would have still found something to say, oh, this is not godly, or, oh, they're doing too much. Oh, you think you too holy, or you're too this, you're too that. So flesh is never going to be satisfied, but we just have to be comfortable with being ourselves. People need to see themselves when they look at us. You know what I'm saying? Like, people should be comfortable with being able to relate. If they cannot relate, they're not going to come to Christ. Like,
yeah.
For me, before I got saved, I wasn't raised in a church, but when I got saved, like, it was thoughts of me not being able to do the Christian thing because I thought that I wouldn't fit in, or I thought like, oh, this is not for me. Or I would look at people who were saved and say, well, they're able to be saved because they didn't have my story. They're able to do this because they don't come from where I come from. You know what I'm saying? But for God to save me, and I have a platform to where I can show young Black girls from the hood, from the suburbs, from the inner cities, from wherever, that, yo, I came from that lifestyle too, and look what God did for me. I came from that background too, and I'm sold out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to change who I am, because this is who God has made me to be. And I feel like, even what I was talking about in my story, we should celebrate our differences instead of criticizing them. I don't have to look like you. I don't have to sound like you. Just know that I love God. Just know that my lifestyle is lining up to his word, and I'm striving every day to be more like Jesus. Everything else is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to. And even with the video, me and Wanda co-directed it. Even with the video, our whole mindset was like, wow, okay, we want to be able to show ourselves, show our culture, show Black women. Like, every Black woman know how important and significant a beauty supply is to us. Like, we grew up going to the beauty supply. It was like a carnival, a theme park, an excitement, So it's like beauty supplies are nostalgic for Black women, okay? So, just having that moment and having all of the girls in the video, it was very intentional about having all girls. It was very intentional about, all the different colors of girls that came out. So we never thought, oh, we about to stun on them. Oh, this about to, like that never crossed our mind. It was honestly a blessing that we even got the video. You know what I'm saying? We was just happy that the budget got bigger. So, I don't know. Truth be told, we was just like, period, like, I don't know. It's just,
I love
it was
that.
crazy to see that.
Kingstream Entertainment. Ruslan.
Hey, thank you so much for making it till the end of this video. Remember to hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed. I wanted to tell you about a free upcoming course I am putting together at mastermyhabits.com. When you sign up right now, you'll be the first to be notified about the course. And in the meantime, you'll immediately get access to a playlist going over my journey on how I went from addiction to freedom forming habits. So make sure to hit that link in the description. I'll see you on the next video.